In the shadows where the silence speaks, I walk the line where the lost souls seek. With whispers of hope and a guiding light, I'll search the dark, bring the truth to light. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find a way, I'll draw you near. I'm a seeker of the unseen, I'm bridging worlds where the heart has been. Where the heart, with every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Draw you near. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. My hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light. When hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Psychic Sleuth channel. So my son's still here. If you hear him in the background, that's why. So I go ahead and I post that QR code in the beginning. You know, this work does take time, energy, and spirit. So if anybody feels called to support the mission, all the ways to support me are in that QR code and also down below in the description box. Merchandise. You know, if you'd like to leave a tip, if you'd like to schedule a reading, it's all there. It keeps me going and takes a little bit of the weight off, but that is not why I do this work. As you all know, I do it for the voice of spirit, but it does, again, take a lot of time and energy to work these cases and do these things. And I have about 20 to 25 cases that I have information on, old cases that I've gone back and reevaluated and validated, some of it with astrology and pinpointed more of a location. Now, I can never promise my locations are right, but I do the best that I can. Location is really hard, and I don't think people truly understand how hard location can be. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Also, keep in mind that I am an ambassador for Otter Spirit. They have these beautiful bracelets that are real gems, and they're actually very hard, and they come with a 2-year warranty, and they do donate $1 to the otters. They also have necklaces as well. This is an amethyst that I truly love. Also, my friend, her link is down below. She does these types of things, and both Otter Spirit and my friend's store, you can get a discount by using the code. So all of that is in the description box below. These are just a few things that she has. I finally put them up so you guys could see them. The lighting is kind of weird because it's the middle of the day, but I was trying to get things done. Been meaning to get this video out for Lily and Jack for quite a while. So keep in mind that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is only for entertainment purposes only. And I'm just going to give you the information, just a little extra information that I feel, and also the location information, because I have kind of went into that a little bit more. Now, I did get a call back from Nova Scotia. I did speak to a detective. I did not tell him how I knew the information that I knew, but I did tell him where I thought they could look out to 6 miles. So yes, that's a huge kind of a huge range, but this area is like 3 to 4 miles that I significantly keep getting. I significantly keep getting a curve, and it continues to repeat. So whenever things repeat on me, it's usually very important, and it's one thing I can't let go of. And the curve, again, curves inward. So the coordinates that I gave before, that's just the 6 miles out, and I always give kind of a range because it's very, very hard for a psychic to get exact area. It can happen, like it happened with Dane, right, where we were exact area on the map and we were exact area in the description, but it doesn't always happen. That tends to be when people are going water on accidents. It tends to be kind of something that I'm better at tracking. When there's free will involved, it's a little bit harder, but we do the best that we can. So I did talk to him. I did describe the area that I'd never been there before. I asked him if there was depressions or hollows, because I was kind of getting the reference to Summer Wells and her area, which I feel like, again, she's in a hollow and no one will go and check it, but 0.6 miles southeast, just saying. So I asked if there was depressions and hollows off the road out there. He agreed that there was. I asked about leaves. He said there would be leaves now as of this moment. I asked about specific trash or places where things are dumped. And he said that, yes, sometimes in rural areas they do that. And there's also this weird feeling of, again, cement. Now, I don't know if this is like one of those drainages. Maybe it doesn't have a lot of water in it, but it's got cement. I also feel like in the dream that I had that there was something that was surrounding me. And I've mentioned that before. There was a mention of a neighbor as well. And I wasn't really sure what the neighbor was, but that came in a dream. I don't know if that's, and I posted this on the community page. You can go back to when I posted it because I could not do a video at the time. So I did post for you guys. Like I said, I've been trying to get on here, but I have a lot going on right now and I'm doing the best that I can. So I'm trying to juggle a lot at once. And recently today, I've had a really rough day. I've twisted my ankle twice in 2 days and my window just broke in my car. Well, cracked. So there's a lot going on, and my son's been here, which I haven't seen him in 2 years. So, and Ginger's passing. So I appreciate all the support for all of that. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I did describe this area, and I said it was off a Matheson curve, which is the best curve that I could see that matches. Now that is within a 3 to 4 mile. I don't know if they significantly searched there. That doesn't matter to me. I've seen places where it's been searched and things have been missed only to go back later and be found in that same place that was allegedly searched. So that does happen sometimes because it comes down to timing. But I have previously, again, put a tip suggesting that Jack and Lily were located approximately 6 miles southeast of the home. And again, after I did more mapping analysis, I submitted a refined version. And he called and spoke to me on the phone. And I did not tell him how I received the information. I just said, I know that you might find it confusing that I'm in Arizona and I know what I know, but I have helped locate people before because I have been correct on locations many times, as you know, on the channel. And I said, this area just needs to be checked. I'm not trying to take you away from your investigation. And I said that I knew that they were doing in their investigation. So he asked me who they should be talking to. I said, I'm sure you're doing an investigation, but people close to the situation, specifically the mom. That's all I said without pointing any kind of fingers. Because again, I'm not here to hinder or impinge on the investigation. I'm here to hopefully give a location that they can search more in depth at. So again, the updated location remains the same as southeast trajectory, but based on the terrain and directional evaluation, I believe again, it's it's like 3 to 4 miles, something like that, southeast of the home, near a wooded curve on Garlock Road, which is also Matheson West Road. So there's a curve that goes, like a really big curve, like it's the biggest curve, and that's what I kept seeing, was this huge curve. So that's why I think it's a reference point. So whenever I get reference points, it's like they give me specific like things to keep an eye out for, and that could just be not necessarily right off the curve but around it, but it's a reference point for us to look at. And the astrology, actually directional, goes straight through that curve, so up to 6 miles. All right, so that's why I was saying they needed to extend the search to 6 miles, and also is getting a church. So if you continue to go that 6 miles in that trajectory, you do end up at, I think it's like St. Anthony's Church or something. So that could be like the ending point to look. I don't know why I was getting that. So again, this would be like a natural depression, a hollow, something of that sort. They're not, you cannot see them. Like they would be covered with debris, leaves, things like that. So, and I think that I was thinking the curve was Matheson, so I hope that he takes the curve as what I was saying. I don't know. I had just woken up that day. So, there are 2 other videos that I have posted. Again, the first one was the 6 miles out. The second one was just some things I thought about the stepdad. So if you have not watched those, I suggest that you watch those. But this location, again, it's the curve that's getting me. I just keep seeing this curve that bends in, and this is the only one that I can see that fits. And again, I feel like allegedly she rushed and came back. Like I have to hurry up and come back. I have to hurry up and come back. And I've been, as I've said, the timeline was off. And whether there was a party or not, I feel like it's a fog deception. Like whether it was real or not, or they just had a few people, or whatever it is there, or whatever the rumors are in regards to that. I've heard there was, and I've heard there wasn't. Regardless, it's for fog effect. It's for distraction effect. So like this is the best way that I could tell you guys. Like again, I feel like the curve is significant, and depression, like hollow, like debris, wooded area. There's not a lot of water significantly in the chart, but it could be that I'm getting like I'm hearing basin, so I don't know really what that is. It could be one of the dried out ones, but cement keeps coming, like came in my dream. And yes, it was symbolic of her putting him in cement. It can mean a lot of different things. Like I'm trying to hide the truth. But then I felt like I was kind of like in or under something that I don't even know what that is. I don't know if it's a shed or what, because there is a reference of some sort of shed or something. So again, you got to put all these kind of things together from all 3 of these readings, and that's the best I can do on the location, because as I've said, our astrology line goes right through that curve, which is interesting to me. And again, it goes up to the 6 miles. So yes, the extension, but specifically that curve, for some reason, like I can't let it go. Like it's one of those things. People that have followed me for a while know that if something repeats, it's super important. It's a super important reference point. So I would go back to the first reading if you want to see what I stated I feel happened. I feel that this was on Wednesday, the 30th, around 8 o'clock. Around that time frame, not saying exactly 8, but again, I explained all of what I felt happened in the first one. It felt like Jack was more of the target of the planning of what she was going to do. And then Lilly was caught in kind of the crossfire of it all. Allegedly. So we all know that we feel something off, and we've seen this before. In different cases where the mom's really good at manipulating and portraying us as somebody else and trying to run the narrative. And there's going to be, a lot of clues that are inaccurate, a lot of and they might just be small. And I'm hearing something about watching the body language. Now, if we compare her to Megan Boswell, is who I keep wanting to compare her to, allegedly, and my Black Mother narcissist archetype, it seems like maybe their mannerisms might be the same as what Spirit's trying to convey with comparing them. So, again, that's the most recent information. If I get anything else, if anything else comes to me, I don't feel they ran off, and I wasn't specific with Nova Scotia with that. I just kind of hinted at it because, again, this is the first time I've talked to the police department. This is the first time I've talked to a detective, and I didn't want him to dismiss me with a lot of woo, or I'm psychic, or I'm a medium, or blah, 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 blah. I wasn't trying to throw all that out there, and I'm not, again, trying to impinge or take away from the investigation. I just stated that this area should be searched by the curve there. So Matheson, I guess, is close to the curve. It's not exactly the curve, so hopefully I didn't mess that up. But I described the area without ever being there. I'm hoping that holds some weight, and all I can do is what I can do. I turn in tips all the time because I came to a point where I thought, why not? Like, what do we have to lose? Maybe it'll fall on a desk of somewhere where somebody will listen and take a look, and maybe one day it'll be right. Like, that's how I feel, and I can only do what I can only do. I can only give what I get. I can only help in the ways that I feel that I can help. But if I keep quiet and it can help, then I've come to the point where I don't want to keep quiet about stuff anymore. So although probably a lot of my tips are ignored, I have to try anyways, because maybe one day they won't be. So I have even more tips to turn into, and I know a lot of people have said that this was very similar to the Dylan case out there with the 3-year-old Dylan Ether, I think it is his last name. That was about 5 years ago or something, around May. No, I think that was a stranger kidnapping, and I'll do a video on that later because it's a possibility he could still be around and not very far. I feel like I don't feel like he was in the water. There's no water in my visions. There's no water in the chart, and that's something that would be there if he had gone down the river, and something that I am one of my specialties about, water related passings that are accident. I usually pick that up. So that's just something that's more to come. I've got a lot of cases I'm trying to get out, so bear with me. I appreciate you. Please hit the like, and please comment nice things. That will help the algorithm, and maybe this will help. Like I said, I can't promise, but all I know is I keep seeing the curve, and that's the only thing that matches, and it seems to align with the astrology. So I do the readings, and then I try to validate that way. I don't try to put out information that's inaccurate because I don't want to lead astray or anything. And so I constantly stress about putting out accurate and correct information so that I don't guess. And I do the visions, and then I make sure that it makes sense with the astrology. So that's how I kind of work this. So I appreciate you all. I thank you for being part of the channel, and I hope that this helps with me getting, this helps the location. And I think that's basically all I can help with for now. I don't know until that location is checked as far as if it's correct or not. So until next time.